Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Leo the Lioness Queen. If you happen to like what you see on this channel, please make sure to click that subscribe button and also like the video. A very special shout out to all of my beautiful elements and a very special shout out to all of the Aries. If you happen to be celebrating a birthday on this evening, I would like to wish you a very special and blessed happy birthday. And to any new subscribers, thank you so much for making the choice. Click on this channel and hopefully you'll like what it is that I got to bring. And do not forget to subscribe to my backup channel, which is Sugar XO. Okay, guys. Hey, good evening, Just Lovely. Hey, Rockstar Don. Hey, WeJ. Hey, So Glam. Hey, Lady P. Hey, Ursula Kelly. Hey, Subi Honey. How y'all doing? I don't know why this stuff be popping up so dang on late. Hey, Denise A. Hey, guys. I was coming in here just to say hello, also do an unboxing, talk about a couple of things, and I am also going to do the Good Vibes giveaway. Okay, I'm gonna be giving away. Hey, Miss New. Hey, Miss Patricia Ellington. Hey, Lynn T. Shout out to all the members. Hey, Sam. Hey, Creator Sis. Hey, Dutch V. Hey, guys. Hey, Ursula. Okay, so I'm going to be doing it's going to be a $15 digital gift card. And the reason why I am doing the $15 digital gift card for Good Vibes is because that is where you get the sampler that I was telling you guys about. I would rather give away the sampler first so that you can see which one, that you like or whatever. So I will be pulling out of the trustee box that I've had. Hey, Marcus. Hey, guys. But and also too, the lashes that I am wearing today, these are the Key Lolos. These are the magnetic lashes. Hey guys. Hey S Douglas. Shout out to all the members. So let me do the first unboxing first. And also too, if anybody want to come up here while I am on, you are welcome to come up here. Hey, Miss Ray Ellen. Hey guys, I'm still learning how to work this computer, guys. I know. Don't judge me too harshly. Let me put this in here. Okay, come on. Why does it keep popping up? Okay, good. Sorry, guys. All right, now let me make the screen little. Okay. I hope that you guys are having a good evening. So wait a minute. All right, let me see who this is from. I got to do my unboxings. Okay, this is from a little Shay, all love. Thank you. She said, I hope you and Melvin enjoy. So we're going to see what this is. How y'all been? It's been a lot of stuff going on, guys. We already know about all the stories that's going on. I'm going to only talk about two of them, okay? I'm going to talk about the Derrick Jackson thing. Tasha K. Hey, Riri Carter. Tasha K been tearing his ass up. I think she's supposed to drop some other stuff concerning him. She was all on his wife page. I'm like, that poor lady. Everybody been tearing her up about that interview that well, not interview, but when she came on there with her and Derrick Jackson sitting up there looking crazy. Little Duval, it's been oh, as Douglas. No. You're not supposed to say that. She is the victim here. Y'all wrong. But they've been tearing her ass up. I feel so bad for her. Oh my God. She released the I know, I saw it, So Glam. I saw it. And thank you, Sam. I am. Thank you so much. But yes, we got to talk about that. But let me get through this unboxing. Because all I got to say is I actually have made a thumbnail for it. I probably end up putting it on here after we're done with the video. But don't worry, guys. I'm going to get to it. Yes, I got the Magical Kitchen Collection 9-piece measuring cup and spoon set, guys. So she got me these. I love them. Thank you, a little Shay. All love. Y'all know how I love colors. Y'all know I'm also getting into baking cupcakes and stuff now to add along with my strawberries and stuff. Again, a lot of things will be on Sugar XO channel. And then also when you become a member, it's a lot of behind the scenes things that I'm adding there. New things that I'm getting. Hey, Johnny Mac, sir. Hey, Nurse Shay, welcome. And also, just different things just between me and my elements is more videos with Melvin. Like I put a video on there concerning Melvin. My members already know. So it'll be a lot of the behind the scenes things. I'm going to start doing members only lives as well so that we can all get together and it just be us, like our own little lions den. Okay, guys. So check out that membership. But thank you, a little Shay. I love it. I love color. I try to keep color around my house. Not only does it make me feel good, but it's also great for Melvin. I try to keep color in his life. I'm sorry, but I have to be honest. It's staged. The whole thing was, and many knew Derrick wasn't right and tried to tell women, but instead of listening, they turned on anyone who tried to tell them. We're gonna talk about that. Hey, all black all day. Like I said, the link is in there. After I get finished opening these gifts or whatever, we're gonna talk about it. We're going to talk about it because something is not seeming right to me about the whole situation. Even though I do feel like it's a lot going on with her personally, but something is weird about this. And I just find it funny about the book that's being released and stuff. She been kind of dropping hints about a lot of stuff like since last year or whatever. And I'm trying to figure out also too, is that the reason why he didn't say anything about her? I know that he was doing his thing. Hey, Diamond, but something don't seem right. It's like, I do feel like she is broken. Of course, she is the victim, but I don't know whether she in on it. It's something very weird and sinister. Okay, I'm just saying. I didn't know he was married. He gave me single vibes. I know, but it's something weird going on, but we're going to get into it. Don't worry. Okay, cool. I got some, indigo. I got some nitrile gloves. Thank you. I know the person who sent this. She wants to remain anonymous, but thank you. I need plenty of gloves, so I appreciate that. But no, we're going to talk about it. Trust me. Oh, purple. Heat resistant silicone spatula set. Thank you. I'm telling y'all. She does seem a bit, you said a Stepford White Victoria. Hey, I see you. Hey. Oh, I'm going to have everything I need to start making my cupcakes and stuff. Look. Yep, it's a whole spatula set. It's a 4-piece. Thank you. We're going to get into it because I want to read. She's been writing a lot of stuff, but I want to read something that she said in particular that really, really brought my attention. People need to mind their own business. Speaking on anyone's marriage is a no. I agree. Juanita, but it's out in the public. So unfortunately, everybody's speaking about it. These are some silicone, the little muffs. Sometime last year. Hey, So Glam. Ooh, some silicone oven mitts. Purple. His wife looked like that, so her side wouldn't know it is her. See, Johnny Mac got exactly where I'm coming from. Something ain't right with both of them. These are beautiful. Thank you. Y'all give me the greatest gifts, I swear. But trust me, we're going to get right into it. Oh, another measuring cup and spoon set. Okay, so I got plenty. And it is purple. Thank you. I appreciate it. To the person that got this for me, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Okay, let's get to the mess, honey. Okay, so you got some people saying, okay, first of all, S. Douglas. I'm going to blame it on S. Douglas. S. Douglas was talking about her appearance. Okay, so that's number one. People was dragging her. They done got parodies going on. Yes, Johnny Mac. See, you got to come up here, Johnny Mac, sir. But they were dragging her appearance. Okay, that's number one. Then you have people like me who is like, something is not quite right about this situation. Something is very, very weird, especially when you look at the book. The fact that he was trying to peddle a book in the process of all of this going on, and you look at the different chapters of the book, it's kind of like eerily similar to what is going on. I don't know whether this is a whole publicity stunt or whatever, but it's kind of feeling like that. Why would he do that to her and not expect for it to come back to him? I mean, people do a lot of stuff. Call me shallow, but I'd be coming online looking fly. He's a celeb. Wait, damn, this stuff, y'all know I'm slow. Oh, okay. He's a celeb, so that's a given. That's true. My mom always say, don't have an opinion on your friend marriage because they always get back together. That's very, very true. But like they say, you know, it's in the public. His wife is gorgeous to me. She is. And I actually went and I looked on her page, and it was something that was very, it was very funny to me. Not funny in a like comical way, but this is something that she said. She wrote it because she done wrote a whole bunch of posts. You go on her page. Yes, I went on her page and I was being nosy. But if you go back to her page, hey TC, you can see like years back, she used to be a bigger woman. She was a thicker woman. She used to keep herself together and everything. I know she was like lifting weights and stuff like that. I don't know whether or not she truly lost all that weight naturally, or either she ended up getting the surgery or whatever. But regardless, she lost a lot of weight. Then they got married. Now, she been writing a lot of things, but this is something she wrote this year, okay? And this was February the 24th. And his side chicks were beautiful. Why she looked so unkempt? We about to get into that. Let me tell y'all. Let me show y'all what she done wrote. Let me read to y'all. And it's a photo of her in makeup. She's looking very beautiful. It's called Lost in Plain Sight, Covered in Shame, Side Effects of Living in the World. This is a post she wrote February the 24th of this year, okay? I usually will have a picture together, but I don't know whether or not you guys can see, but that's her. You see how beautiful she looks. Like, I think she's a beautiful woman either way, but this is the post, okay? Her page is Derrick Jackson. It's spelled DUH underscore NAY underscore UH underscore JACKSON. Hey, baby mama. His wife, actress, put on an act, and if it's not obvious to people, I'm simply on the wrong planet. It couldn't be more obvious. It's marketing. Yeah, something weird is going on, but let me just tell you what she wrote. Yeah, she's very pretty, but okay, let's get to it. She says, and see this, and see, just when you just said that, Rockstar Don, not okay. Erica LaPearl, MUA, beat my face down weeks before she blew up as Cardi B, personal MUA. Sis did not play any games with my face that day. Moving on, the exquisite work of art you see here. Let me tell you, behind it was nothing short of hateful, bitter, resentful, detestable, shady, and murderous thoughts. Y'all hear that, right? I mean, the word is truth when it states, as a man think in his heart, so is he. Hatred consumed me. I hated my body, skin, personality, clothes, women, topic for another day, my own daughter's dark skin, and men, just to name a few. Now, stopping right there before I finish on what she had to say. Remember when she came out with her first statement, remember she said something about dark skin, and a lot of people found a lot of issue with that or whatever, because she was basically saying, I took it as though she was saying that he has a type, dark skin is his type. But reading this, it's like, okay, so y'all hear what I'm saying so far, okay? Let's finish on. So I'm gonna read that over again as a matter of fact. Okay. Okay, hatred consumed me. I hated my body, skin, personality, clothes, women, topic for another day, my own daughter's dark skin, and men, just to name a few. I was bitter at the hand that life had dealt me. Daddy rejected me. Daddy died. Rape, voluntary sharing of a man, cheated on, taunted by women, and the list goes on. Resentful of all the above, plus festering relationship issues that piled up over years of me voluntarily keeping silent, which fed the shady and murderous demons and kept my spirit man-gagged, chained, and bound. Shady may be a gross understatement, but I moved passive aggressively or aggressively in nearly everything I did. It took a toll on me. It took a toll on my relationship, and it was one toe shy of me having my own Netflix special about snapping and murdering a few people. Now, y'all hear she done talked about murder a couple of times. Nigga, you better watch out. Okay, where did I leave off at? Lord have mercy. Because it's so damn much, but I felt it was very important. Okay, about me snapping and murdering a few people. I tried everything to find myself and be this person who means something to the world. I participated in music therapy with Athens, like I ain't sorry, bye, a boy, bye. Little, you can't, if you wanted these expensive, these is red bottoms. Who the dude you think I am? You ain't messing with no average boy. I don't know what the, okay, child. And so many more like it. I self-medicated with stalking women who had ever slept with my husband. I drank whole bottles of wine until I couldn't find the pain deep inside of me. I purchased the best of the best hair, makeup, shoes, jewelry. You name it, I did it and was lost to myself, lost to Christ, lost to life. Yet the mask I was wearing looked A1 according to the world's standards of what I should look like. Present to the world, carry myself as being a celebrity housewife. All of it amounted to zero. Everything I had lost, some was 100% demonic destruction, and some was just plain immaturity. When I hit rock bottom of the bottom, I could only look up and cry out, Jesus. He then spoke to me. Okay, so what do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about what I just read? Yeah. And she has several posts on here like that. Several posts on here like that. And basically, just to sum it up, she's been writing stuff since last year. She basically said that she holds guilt for having sex before marriage. She had made a vow to God about her not having sex before marriage, but then she ended up getting raped. So she got raped. And then not too long after she got raped, she held it in, didn't say anything, I guess didn't tell about it. And then she ended up marrying Derrick. Okay. But yeah, it's a lot of stuff that she talks about. She been giving testimonies and everything, honey, for a long time. Okay, her picture. So, oh Lord Jesus Christ. Oh Lord. I'm trying to find another one, child. I'm gonna read some of it. Okay, this is something else that she wrote. Well, damn. Yeah, she wrote this February the 23rd. This is another picture of her. And the question asks, how do you deal with all the attention your husband gets from all the other women? You're strong. I applaud you. Now look at her face. That's her made up, but just look at her face. Yeah, this is her IG. Exactly. But this was another one. The look in her eyes is so, it's like, I see that, of course, apparently she didn't have trauma. That would explain why. Okay, let's take all the whole thing about how we saying that she may be in on what's going on. Okay, it does. But let's take that out. Let's take that out. Let's go to the human side before we break into that. She talks about being raped. The first thing everybody did when they saw her, of course, they dragged her appearance. Of course, we live in a very vain world, and you know, you do want to come out looking good, and then just off the strength that her husband happens to be very attractive, you know, and he's the one caught up in the scandal. First of all, why the fuck is she sitting there? Because she ain't do shit. But at the end of the day, she come and sit by, support her husband. She on there looking a hot ass mess, all in her eyes and everything. When I read about her being raped, and she mentions it on a very regular basis, I know that, and a lot of us know, a lot of women who are violated in some type of way, you either be very outward, and I'm not making this as a blanket statement, because we have some women who are confident. They like to, you know, show their breasts, their body, especially if they got a nice body, they done worked on it. But you got some women who they will become overly sexual, whether it's in their demeanor, their energy, how they behave. And then you have some women who will hide. They will not give a damn. You get what I'm saying? Also, too, if you're depressed, constantly thinking about that, people do not realize how much sexual violation, how it messes with people. And I think in her case, because of the fact, not only has she been violated, she felt like she was abandoned by her dad. Her dad abandoned her. And I think she confronted him when he was like 12, because it was her and she had her other brothers and sisters. She felt like he took care of them. He did not take care of her. She recalls one time saying something very nasty to him, and just how she was just so devastated, how she was so mean to him. And then he ended up dying. And so she held on to that guilt. She felt like she killed her father because of the fact that she was upset. But the thing is this as well. Exactly. That's very promiscuous or completely shut down. It does go into your appearance. It does, because you start to feel like, I don't want nobody to see me. I can be honest and say, just full transparency, I very much identify with that, because I've said on my channel before that I was violated several times years ago. I still struggle with that at the age of 39. So that's why you will see, and I'm just keeping it real, and I don't care who got something to say about it. That's why you'll see me hide or see me with hoodies, or, you know, sometimes when I'm out, like, it's not very often you're going to see me wearing something tight. You know what I'm saying? Like, when people have seen me in something tight, they be like, damn, you got an ass, or damn, you got this, or why is you constantly pulling down your shirt and everything? Because I've been so busy trying to fucking hide, because when I was just being me, I was fucking violated. So I understand that. So, you know, of course, that's when you get, oh, you know, you're butch or you're a lesbian. You get all that shit on there. And then on top of that, like I told you guys before, my very first violation was a woman. So that's a lot that like I said, I still struggle with that in 2021, and I'll be 40 in a couple of months. So when I saw her say that, I understood that. And it also made me feel bad, like, damn, everybody is attacking her for her looks, and, oh, she not putting on this, and she not wearing heels, and she not being, you know, putting on that. And I'm like, do y'all even understand how hard that shit is? You get what I'm saying? For you to even be able to look at yourself and say, oh, I'm pretty, or when people tell you pretty, you don't want nobody to see you. You want to just be like, let me disappear from the world. You may be very silent, or I don't want to say nothing, because of the fact when you was out there in the damn world, you was violated. And this is something that a lot of people do not want to talk about. So I really, so like I said, if it is a big ass publicity stunt, that's fucked up. But I'm just being honest with you. I identify with her, to her with that. You know, it also spreads on to how people are with their children. I've said before, full disclosure, you know, my mother was not very affectionate with me. Don't get me wrong. Excellent fucking mother, love her to death. But my mother was not very affectionate with me. I got more of my affection from my father. But then I ended up finding out as I got older the reason why my mother was hard for her to be affectionate with me, because somebody had violated her. So you see how it gets passed down. So the last thing that you're thinking about, honestly, when you're so stuck in your head, when you're trying every day to not think about that type of trauma on top of everything else that's going on, the last thing you thinking about is putting on a fucking lash. The last thing you thinking about is getting your nails done. The last thing you thinking about is let me wear a tight shirt. You don't even want to be seen. So I asked everybody to consider that. And that's just full disclosure. So what else did she say? Because she said a lot. So that's the reason why she was up there looking a fool, because she done checked out. She's numb. You can see it all in her eyes. But I also think as well that he need to watch out. Okay, because you already know they say still waters run deep. And she already done talked about how she didn't have murderous thoughts and all this stuff. And this was not, if you go down her page, this is not the first time that she has said something about that. She has mentioned that several fucking times. Let me see what you guys are saying. I'm sorry if I'm not looking at y'all comments. Let me get back into it. I was more so talking about her hair than clothing, honestly. And people said she wasn't wearing a bra or a bad bra. And let's talk about that, So Glam, just to be honest about it. It was a picture of her in a red dress, and her breasts look real flat. And usually when that happens, usually that is either from, breastfeeding, or you done lost a lot of weight. I found that some women that I know who have had that particular surgery, or they done lost a lot of weight, maybe too quickly or something like that, a lot of times their breasts will be like, they have breasts, but when they out the bra, they look like pancakes. I'm just being honest. It could be also just stuff from childbirth. We all go through a lot when it comes to childbirth. You know what I'm saying? She does look like a ticking time bomb. She does. She definitely does. Let me see. I didn't think she looked bad. She just looked relaxed. People can be so petty and negative. Exactly. And like I said, and that's what made me go and just go look and let me see. I'm like, let me see what's going on. And then too, I'm gonna keep it 100% honest as well. Tasha K was in her comments and she was telling her, like, sis, go ahead and take this down. Go ahead and take this down and just answer my DM. And while I understood what Tasha K was doing, because she got to do her thing, and shout out to Tasha K, because to me, when it comes to her interviewing and everything now, she is knocking it out the fucking park. Okay, she actually made me resubscribe to her channel because that's how much she been knocking it out the park. However, her and many others, it's like this violation happened to her. Why is everybody attacking her? If you saw all the comments, I'm like, you would have swore up and down that this was Derrick's page. That's how one half of me feel. But the other half, looking in them eyes, seeing that book that they both peddling, trust me, she behind it. It's either two things, in my opinion, in my estimation. Like I said, there go the link. Y'all want to come on and give y'all opinion, please come on and let me know. But this is what I'm thinking. What was she supposed to look like? She was going to an event, exactly. Attack the victim, right. I just thought she was in the comfort of her home and didn't need to get glamorous. She's naturally beautiful. I fucking agree. TK is giving Derrick the business. That is what I was talking. Oh, yes, she is definitely giving him the business. Let me see what Tweety had to say. The thing about it is that people always want to look at the female and be like, oh, well, she's not dressed. She's not pretty. She's not that. It doesn't matter. That's his wife. I do agree. But this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it's either two things. Oh, here we go. Tweety about to give it up. Hey, girl.
Hey, what's going on?
I already know you coming up here to go off on that voice that we all like. So go ahead and give it to me, girl, and be very
Don't do me like that. I'm not gonna be on 10. It's just if I get passionate or whatever. But no, I just wanted to know if you was gonna drop the link. I did want to wait and see what you were saying, but I was just chiming in on what you're talking about. I already left my message. That's what made me hit the link. I didn't want to type all that again. But my
No,
whole thing was the situation about people talking about how she looked and this, that, and the third. But that was his wife. It doesn't matter. The thing is, they put the pictures up of the mistress. They didn't show the mistress at home with they dudes sitting on the couch with their kids running around. You know what I mean? And I do agree. Let me say this: the Derrick guy, I didn't know who he was until this little, escapade or episode or whatever. I didn't know who he was. I've heard of other people, but I didn't know him. Yeah, really. I just know Tony Gaskins, and I know the other Dr. Love guy, which I don't listen to either. Anyway, so with this, so for this particular, oh, thank you, Sam, I am. So for this particular incident or whatever, like I said, I didn't know who he was. Then they said he was the relationship guru and this, that, and all. I was flabbergasted. They said he wrote books. He's a relationship guy. This, that, and the third. He's a fraud. That's a fraud. Period.
Yeah, and it's like, I just looked at it like, why are we attacking her? Even though, like
yes.
To me, she should not be attacked at the end of the day. And then the way I look at it is, when it comes to people's marriages and stuff. Hey, Lotus Flower Queen. Hey, D Ramsey.
Oh, hey, D. Is D coming on? Hi, D. Look, I'm all high pitch. Sorry.
Yeah, she coming on. Let me make this one point. I feel like this. Is it fair to tell women that they're stupid to stay with their husband when it was till death do you part? Is it wrong for people to tell them that? You get what I'm saying? Even though...
Okay, this is my thing with that. The adultery, the Bible lets you leave for adultery. If you want to stay, stay. I don't judge anybody. However long you want to be in your messed up toxic relationship is on you. Because I know I've had mine and I've been in more than one. Okay? So I'm not here to point the finger. But when Beyonce stayed, when Ludacris' wife stayed, when Gabrielle Union stayed, these mega stars stayed. So you know the female down the street is staying with Tyrone or Chris or John or whoever. They got 3 kids. They working. They done buy a house. You know, not everything is black and white. Not everything is black and white. And I can't say if my husband cheated on me, I'm not married. If my husband cheated on me, if I would leave or not. But that's a whole different topic because I'm into open relationships and other stuff. This over here, this sneaking cheating stuff don't make no damn sense.
We gotta have you on, Lotus Flower Queen. You D, you gotta unmute yourself, Queen.
Okay, no, I was just letting her talk, babe. I'm driving. I didn't want to.
No, go ahead, Miss D. Go ahead, Miss D.
You good?
Go ahead, Miss D.
Come on, Queen.
It's so funny because I just got off work and I'm like, let me go down here and I'm trying to find Uncle Nestor's whiskey. He is the slave who taught Jack Daniels how to make whiskey.
Yes, I heard about that.
So a black lady started a company called Uncle Nestor's Whiskey, bitch, and I'm on my way to go find it. So
please tell us how it tastes. I'm gonna trust your opinion over somebody else's. So please tell us how it tastes.
You gotta come live and tell us about it and what they have.
Yeah, I like a whiskey.
I'm about to. I was gonna go get this whatchamajigger and come and do a live and talk about this right here for a quick minute. But okay, so here's the thing. I did not watch the video, okay? But I'm gonna tell you how I know this young man. I know this young man through my son. My son, who is about to be 26 and is very much a man's man. Okay. He says that this man is a simp who constantly caters to women and they don't like him. Okay. So this is the problem with what he did. He has built his brand on basically shitting on other men in the way they handle their women.
Yes.
Okay. So what happened was there was a video I sent to my son of a husband and wife on a podcast having an argument. They've been married for about 10 years. And the husband was saying, well, you basically trapped me into monogamy because you knew I wanted to have sex. And now our lives have changed and I'm not getting the sex as regularly as I want. So me and my son were having this argument and I saw the Jackson kid do a reaction to it, and he was basically saying, you know, this man could have did it much better and da 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 da. So me and my son was having this whole back and forth. That's how I even came to know this young man. So I scrolled through a couple of his videos, and from my son's perspective, a young single black man, he feels like, but he's a fraud because what the problem, him holding himself up in a very like he's so good and he's so godly with the way he handles his wife.
Yes,
that's the shit. He has humiliated her. So I agree with Tweety, whether she stay or go, I don't really, that's on her.
Yeah,
I am gonna address the way she looked though. Hell fucking no. That fucking black bonnet, bitch, I was pissed.
They said it was a woven cap. They said it was a woven cap.
I don't give a fuck. She looked like a damn hostage. You hear me? I said, bitch, you sitting up here, you didn't even put your Vanessa Bryant on, bitch. You should have had your face beat, your ring on fleek, and looking, bitch, what? This arrogant ass nigga you married to.
You are depressed when you come on camera for the whole world to see you with no makeup.
That's true.
But look, I don't even blame her though. Here's the kicker.
I don't even blame her. Bitch, long wig, hair done, tight outfit, heels. You would have seen me walking down them damn stairs, bitch. Slow in the background, and then came and sat down and crossed my legs and smiled. Bitch, please.
Here's the deal. I wouldn't have did all that because you would have looked crazy. But here's the deal.
No, I wouldn't have did all that.
He had her looking like that is my point. He's the media person. He's the person with the fucking following. He's the person who's sitting up there trying to protect his image, and he got his fucking wife sitting next to him while she's being humiliated by him publicly, and you got her looking like that?
But listen, D,
maybe she didn't want to get dressed though. That's my whole thing. You can't be people.
Listen,
the first thing
he still went live. Listen, but he still went live. He still said, he said, sit here, let me hold my hand, sit right here while I fucking publicly humiliate you, and what you got on is fine. And she was like, oh, okay.
No, D, but let me ask you this, and welcome.
That ego of his is out of. Go ahead, Leo.
Hold on 1 second, So Glam, and welcome to the panel. Let me ask you this, D.
Hey, so
did you notice? Did you notice that he tried to separate himself from it by referring to himself in the third person? Did you notice that when you watched?
When they told me that let me tell you. So I didn't even watch it all. I couldn't.
I didn't watch the video. I didn't watch the video.
No, the imagery and her body language was so disturbing to me and to my fucking soul. I was so mad that I was like, I cannot. Bitch, when they said third party, I was like, now what kind of narcissistic bullshit is this? But if again goes back to why my son said he's problematic. When I listen to his critique of other men, he definitely comes from a I'm more spiritual, no more, my shit don't stink kind of a way when he's talking about how these men ain't shit in the way they treat their women. And that's what the problem is.
Yes.
The problem is he has purported himself to be this expert. Not only that, but if you scroll through his Instagram, look at the captions and shit. I think him and his wife had an anniversary back when I was researching it with my son. I was like, oh, that's sweet. He's like, okay. Look at the young godly man doing his thing. But now when you shitting on other dudes, listen.
They've been coming out against him so damn tough. So Glam, have you been seeing that? How it's been Little Duval, Pastor John Gray.
I saw Pastor John Gray.
Have been
because he's grown his platform shitting on other men.
He has. He definitely has. And he's made a whole bunch of money off of it.
And he's made enemies. And that ain't like, nigga, that's what you get.
This is straight fraud.
Unmute yourself, So Glam.
Yeah, hey, y'all, I'm listening, but I got to mute myself because I'm going to go in the store, okay? But I'm muting myself.
And we'll be live when you go live.
Yeah, okay, I'm here. I was
yes. After she done had a couple of talks back. Yes.
They gonna turn it out. We'll be there, Queen.
You already know.
Go ahead, So Glam.
I was gonna say something else, but let me ask you a question. John Gray had something to say?
Yes.
Why?
Yes, he listen, let me tell you why. He had something to say because Derrick came out against him when he was caught up in his scandal.
That's what I'm saying.
He did a video on him. So John Gray decided to be petty, bring his ass out there and basically told him, like, nigga, we the same.
Oh, I thought he was out here like trying to preach
No,
to him, because I was like,
no.
sir, you know your history.
No, just like Dee said, because I have watched the guy. I've watched the guy for many years, on and off. But I didn't know he had been coming against so many celebrities. Like it's a whole bunch of celebrity men. And like I think Gray is the one who kicked it off. Then Little Duval been tearing his mother.
Yeah, I've been seeing people.
I haven't seen Little Duval's post. I'm gonna go on his page. I'll be on his Instagram.
Yes, it's a I forgot what other celebrity males have been actually they've been making memes about him, comment on their different videos about why they say this, why they said that, and all of them have been commenting and basically tearing his ass up, like, nigga, you know, what's up?
I found out about Derrick, maybe because he's been on YouTube for a long time, because there was, back in the day, there was a meme of this guy carrying like 2 bottles of water from a truck. Okay. And when I came across this video, because I was going through stuff, this is probably about 8 to 10 years ago. And when I saw him, I was like, oh my God, that's the guy in a meme where he was walking like with groceries in his hand or whatever. And they were like, yeah, get you a man like that. Some kind of meme, something like that. Yeah. That's how. So I was going through my stuff. So of course, when he was talking, I was like, yeah, this dude gets it. You know what I mean? After I got past my issue, then I just stopped watching, because I'm like, yeah, I don't need to hear none of this no more. So I haven't really been paying him any attention, even though I follow him. Most people did not know he was married until maybe.
That's what I was just about to say. One of my homegirls follows him and goes by his little inspirational stuff. She said she didn't even know he was married. But you a relationship guru and don't nobody know you married? And then I heard he was dating her for a long ass time before they actually got married.
I didn't know he was married.
They only been married for like 4 years or something.
Until like sometime last year or this year, and I was like, oh, okay, he's one of those dudes who like to have this portray as if he's single, because he probably feel like he'd be side, you know, people won't pay him any attention if they know he has a wife. But anyway, what I was saying in the chat regarding the wife is this. Personally, I care about my appearance, and if I know I have a celebrity husband or a boyfriend, and we're going through stuff, and I'm coming online to face your thousands and then millions, because it's going to circulate through blogs, I'm going to put myself together. Now, I'm not saying she had to do a full face or nothing, because she is beautiful, her skin is nice, but at least put your hair in a bun or something. My thing is, how are you online portraying as if the marriage is better now, but your whole appearance is saying otherwise? That's what's confusing to me. Now, if she is hurting and if she's going through it and she is down and out and she's still going through the process, I think a lot of us would say, look at her, she is broken, she is this. But you're on here talking about he's much better, he's doing whatever, but you look broken and down.
Yep.
So she needs help. She needs therapy.
And she looks angry.
Yes. She needs therapy. She's talking about murder and all that.
The fact that he was cheating on her before they got married.
Yeah.
He promised that he won't do it again, and he did it again. I understand she's tired and she's broken, but
he's done it several times. There's not only one lady that came out.
And you guys are in a better place. Like,
on him. She put on her page today. She said, "Do you want to do it, Derrick, or do you want me to do it?" I said, "Tasha K, you ain't shit." She about to
do what? Do what? Put out some more photos?
She about to put out something else. It's supposed to be another bombshell.
Woo,
and you know they've been together since high school.
Pictures of their home to his wife or something like that. Like she had pictures of the home and sent it to his wife. Girl, that's what happened to Gabrielle Union. Anyway, these people be staying together. Whatever. Just give me my cut. Just give me my cut.
Let's see what Rockstar Don got to say. Hey, Rockstar Don.
Hey, Leo. Hey, ladies. How are you all doing?
Hey, Rockstar.
What you got to add to the conversation?
Hey, baby.
Hey.
You hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah, we can hear you.
So here's the thing, right? Because I like to focus on the core of any situation. What is the core? The core is everybody finding out he's a fraud. And reality is, anybody that has been in a relationship knew this man was a fraud. Now, I myself, I have definitely, when you try to tell a certain group of people, hey, that's not the right way, you tend to get attacked. So for those people that were saying for years, hey, you guys, this dude is a fraud, it's just interesting now how the same people that were like, oh no, he's not fraud. No, he is. And he's so much fraud that he had his wife playing a role just like he's been playing. And truth be told, I know that man's wife. But I also know a setup when I see one. We're gonna set this up like this. We're gonna market this like this, and we're gonna get people money, clothes. That's all that this is about. It was never about I care about the black woman happiness and her and relationship. He doesn't care. What he wrote on was the fact that unfortunately, a lot of women prefer to be like you. That all he did was give women what they wanted. They did not want to hear maybe it was me. They did not want to hear maybe I messed up. They wanted to hear a man saying it's always the man's fault. That was the only job that man had to do. And truth be told, women build him up, and it's going to be women that break him down, and it's going to be women that build him right back.
It's
a never-ending cycle.
That's the fan base is black women, right? Like, I don't know the age group they are. To me, he's not even 30 or he's about to be 30. So I was like, that's a kid. What the hell would I be listening to a kid? Because I'm older than him. What the hell would I be listening to a kid for? So maybe his demographic like young black girls, like let's say 18 to 30.
Not. No, ma'am.
For a minute, though.
No, ma'am. His demographic were women that are in the middle range. I
okay, what is
now
it?
I don't want to be accountable. What do you think
his demographic is?
Maybe 30.
His demographic are really, if we going by numbers or common sense? Because common sense would tell me his demographic are people that don't want to be accountable.
That makes sense. But
women who don't want to be accountable, or men who doesn't want to be accountable?
I would say
definitely women.
Yeah,
definitely women.
Who don't want to be accountable for what though? Accountable for what?
I remember one time somebody sent me something, because like I said, I have always been on the train of he's fraud. Like seriously, he's fraud. So someone sent me something that he said, because I had recently did a show on women telling too much. You don't need to tell men so much when you just met him. He can't save you from things he wasn't present for. Stop that. So somebody sent
okay, so what was the accountability part? What was that?
What? The accountability part about what? Toward not.
You said that his demographic are for women who don't want to be accountable. So I'm trying to get an example, or what is the thing of them not being accountable, not making good decisions, choosing wrong men?
Yes,
what was the accountability?
Not making the right decisions in their lives, in their relationship choices. What Derrick does is say, no, do that. It's fine. It's okay. And so now the woman is like, see, I knew that it wasn't me. When really, babe, if you're the only common denominator, it's you. But Derrick's not going to tell her.
I don't want to get away from the topic. I just need a better example. Like, I get what you're saying, but so he just placated to the women he pacified and told them what they wanted to hear instead of giving them the truth.
That's exactly what the whole thing was. I'm going to tell you what you want to hear, which is a huge problem that women have. Not all, but a lot of women prefer the lie versus the truth, and Derrick definitely played on that.
I think Johnny Mac
is so good.
Okay, Johnny Mac is saying low self-esteem. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's if Johnny Mac's comment, because I believe that's what you're saying. He said,
okay,
hit a chord with women of all ages with a low self-esteem and wanted to be responsible for their own choices.
Exactly. And wanted to be or did not want to be?
Did not want to be, because it's obvious.
Wait,
it's so obvious.
We got Subi Honey on here. Subi Honey, what did you want to add to the conversation? You gotta unmute your mic, Queen.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you perfectly.
Oh, okay. Now Derrick Jackson, yeah, he's been a fraud for a while. My book club actually read his book. He did a book a long time ago, and we read his book. It was called A Cheating Man's Heart. But anyway,
telling on himself, telling on him.
Right. He was trashed then, and it was trash. We didn't like it.
Exactly.
But he was,
and let's be 100. The main reason why Derrick has the support that he has is because a lot of women want to sleep with him. They don't care that he doesn't know what he's supposed to know. They care about that. But
that's why he didn't let nobody know he was married. Okay.
Right. And we
didn't know.
Because I follow him on Instagram. I don't pay him too much attention, but I do follow him on Instagram. And the stuff that he says about how men should treat women sounds so good coming out of his mouth. I ain't gonna lie. He is good at what
and if he was unattractive, it wouldn't have sounded
right. You know, and then so he's driving in this car with these medium shirts on and muscles bulging everywhere.
Medium shirts.
You know when muscles bulging everywhere, telling you that your man is treating you wrong and he should treat you like this and he should do that.
You gotta come up here.
You know, and you like, you know what, you're right.
Yeah, Johnny Mac, for a man's point of view. I want to hear a man's point.
We need a man's point of view. Johnny Mac, sir, can you please come up here, because we really would enjoy a man's point of view. And see, low key, I'm about to put Johnny Mac, sir, on the spot just a little. Johnny Mac, sir, be having a tea, and he withholds a lot of tea about these people from us.
Leo, but his wife, I'm sorry, she did, like Dee said, she looked like a hostage.
No,
she looked uncomfortable.
Can I say something?
She looked like she did not want to be there, and the way that he was holding her hand is basically like, you better sit right here and not go nowhere.
It was very weird.
Yeah, it was crazy. But then now that you all talk about what she said, and then this new book he got going on, I mean, you know, is he playing? Are they playing now you don't really know who to trust.
Wait. He mentioned a new book while he's doing this little tour thing.
Yeah, he's talking about a new book that he got out.
No, I'm done. No.
Real quick, but what did you have to say, So Glam?
Oh yeah, I was saying after Sue finishes, if I could say something. With him, one of the reasons too why I had stopped watching him, because like I said, I came across him right as I was going through stuff. So of course I'm listening, I'm like, yeah, this dude gets it. But what made me stop watching him like that is because it like everybody else was saying, it's always like was one-sided. It was always, he wasn't like being balanced and being unbiased and talk about women. He was always targeting. And I'm saying to myself, there's no way this guy is so perfect. Like every day, you have something to talk about. The man this, the man that, da. So in a way, I'm like, okay, that's enough. So like, I'm more watch like, what's the other guy's name? Somebody else had called his name or whatever. They talk about relationship from both sides. You know what I'm saying? Like I like people like that. So yeah, so that's why I had stopped watching Derrick, even though I was still subscribed. So I never read his book. I don't follow him to even know what he's been up to. But a lot of people who watch him kind of really know the ins and outs of what he does. But yeah, man, it's a joke. This is his brand, and he looks a damn hot mess. Like,
but no, y'all, let me tell you, ladies, real quick about. Thank you so much. Let me tell you real quick about the book that they made sure they mentioned. Okay, it's called "Heal Together Without Hurting Each Other." This is the cover, and you see it's their wedding picture. Okay, y'all see that, right?
What?
But no, let me tell you some of the chapters. That's why
I'm not shocked at all.
That's why I'm thinking that. Wait a minute, this may be it may be a stunt.
Publicity.
It looks like a setup. Didn't nobody know you married, and now you and your wife wedding picture on the cover of the book.
You see that? No, you see that picture? You see that picture that's on the book, Leo? That's the picture he posted. I think it was when it was their anniversary. He posted that picture, and that's when a lot of people found out he was married. Like
Now
he posted that, so I guess he.
They
So he's
posted
not-
it was like new book alert. Now this was on March 11th. Even though he did bring it up within the thing that him and his wife did together, but let me tell y'all what the chapters are. Chapter one.
Yes.
Chapter 1 is healing isn't a journey; it's a fight. Chapter 2, mistakes that hinder healing. Chapter 3, the empathy she needs. Chapter 4, loving her while she seemingly hates you. Chapter 5, excuse me, she can't love a man she doesn't feel safe with. Chapter 6, the illusion of revenge. 7, ego are for kids. The trail of tears. Sex education. Why guarded women are a blessing when it doesn't work. Epilogue, healing from a covert narcissist.
What?
You heard
This is all a setup. This is marketing.
at all.
That is all marketing.
Now check this out. Before I begin, we got Johnny Johnny. Somebody background is loud. But before you talk, hey Lolo, I got on your lashes. But anyway, okay, Johnny. Somebody background is loud. But before you talk, hey Lolo, I got on your lashes. Oh, you got yeah, he gonna get his sound together. He gotta turn all the other things off, and then he come back in while we're waiting on him to come back in. So y'all saw that the epilogue. Ain't that crazy? Healing from a covert narcissist. Don't that sound very strange?
That's very tactical. This is all a setup. I'm not even interested anymore. Like, y'all is really playing in our face. That's for real playing in your face.
Some bullshit. So that's why I was saying, excuse me, one part of me, I get what she been saying, but the other part of me is like, wait a minute, are y'all the same? Are y'all in this together? Like, what is all that? Because this don't make no sense to me. Because I'm gonna also tell you something else. Let me tell you something else. I remember. Let me tell you something else. I remember. I heard a while ago. It was somebody that had said that it was I forgot which gossip blog it was. Thank you, Miss New. It was a gossip blog that said that something was supposed to be coming out about somebody. I think they were talking about the Kevin Samuels guy.
Okay.
But now, all of a sudden, it's about, hey, Johnny Mac, sir.
Is that better?
That's better. Go ahead. Thank you, sir. What you got to add?
All right. Good evening to all the ladies on the panel and to the host. What I'm adding is, number one, I'm always watchful. Oh boy, I got to go back out and try this again because I'm.
Okay, no problem, Johnny Mac.
Can I say something real quick?
Yes.
I think one of the main issues on why, guys like Derrick Jackson to come and play in folks' faces is because of that superhero complex that a lot of women tend to have towards bad men. You could know that they're bad, you see that they're bad, but you make every excuse in the book because he reminds you of your father or your brother or your cousin. And that's the biggest issue. Stop protecting bad men because they don't think twice about you. Because if you see the way that he's playing this, that's somebody that's showing you, I don't care about you, I'll just let me my money and go sit your ass down somewhere. I guarantee you, if you spoke to women that was in life, they would probably horror stories about him. But because of the projecting, and that's a problem. Women love to project way too much when it comes to relationships. This isn't your marriage. There is not your man, and you're not the lady sitting down with the bonnet on your head. This is not your story. What's happening is that you're thinking it's your story, and you're putting you in the place of her when she's a whole actress. Because let's just be common sense. What black man do you know is going to be that high up, and you think he can let his wife sit next to him like that? No, it's not going to happen. Never in life.
Now that I do agree with. That I do agree with.
You okay, Johnny?
Yeah, it's much better now.
Ego is a very real thing. So I'm not sure what man is going to turn off an opportunity to utilize his ego and just be like, oh, baby, just come on however. I know the topic is cheating, but let them see why I cheated on you, boo. Like, come on.
I do agree with that. What do you have to add, Johnny Mac, sir? Thank you for coming on.
You're welcome. Thank you for inviting me. First of all, I'm always skeptical of people who are called or call themselves gurus.
Okay.
All right, because it takes a lot of sacrifice to be a guru. A lot of training and most of all experience. And something I wrote in the chat earlier is that those that can do, those that can't do, they teach. So this is a prime example of him not being able to do. So what he does is covers himself by espousing those things to people.
Right.
The other statement I made about the women that with the low self-esteem that he strikes a chord with, that either they want to take responsibility for their decisions after the fact, or the ones that did not and will not take responsibility for their decisions and just want to go over and start over. Wow. So often women, in my experience, in my observation, they have a fantasy of what they want. They have this fantasy. They want the perfect man, the perfect marriage. And so when they have made wrong decisions and bad choices, when they hear someone come out and say, well, it's not your fault that you had, of course, it is not really your fault because you refuse to see things from a reality standpoint. But you hear this man saying, no, it's not your fault that you allowed. Hear me what I'm saying, that you allowed a man to manipulate you, that you didn't wait it through. You didn't recognize the red flags. And so this is how he struck that chord, because he hit that emotional point in you that makes you feel vindicated. It made you feel important. But all these things are the things that you work on within yourself.
Agreed.
So that when you see this man that's coming to you with this game, you're able to peep game.
Right.
When things don't match up, when he says one thing and does another, or he says one thing and he does the total opposite. Now, as far as the way his wife looked, from my observation, she's making a definitive statement.
Okay.
She's making a definitive statement that I am not going to cover because of what I've been through. I'm not going to cover that. I'm letting you see me as I am. And the other side is that she didn't want her side piece to come out of the woodworks by recognizing her because it was anonymous. It's an anonymous thing.
Okay. It's a little it's a little bit of deviousness, if that's even a word, in her eyes. So yes. So it ain't just me that picked up on that.
You know what?
Something is up with that.
It seemed to me that I'm gonna sit here, but I'm gonna get you, sucker.
Yes.
You know, Aretha Franklin made a song about forgiving and forget. She says, I may forgive you, but I have this feeling that I'm gonna mess around sometime.
Okay. I'm like, she going to.
That's what she was giving me. Yeah, that's what she was giving me. And the thing is, I'm not leaving you. I'm not going to divorce you. But I'm going to watch you run yourself to death. And when you die, I get it all. So head on out here and work. Go ahead on out here and run. Cheat as much as you want to, because as long as you're not paying me no attention, I'm gonna get me somebody on the side. And see, one thing I've learned about women, and that is a woman can cheat with the neighbor right next door.
Yes.
And
church.
She has it so compartmentalized that you will never ever know it, and women hardly ever get caught cheating.
Listen, wait. Let me cut you off, Johnny Mac, sir. Now, I invited you up here. Don't be coming up here telling my business.
I'm sorry.
Draw the line. But you are so right. And I'm glad that you that you basically confirmed the feeling I was thinking. Cause I'm like, yes, she's sitting up here, but I'm like, she not as weak as people think. I'm like, she have a game plan, something. I could see it all in her eyes. I didn't necessarily see broken. I saw, I'm gonna get your motherfucking. Well, sorry.
But see, what you read from her February post,
yes,
it says a lot about what she's been through. And what is not being said is the strength that she's gained through it all.
I agree.
So there were some things that I didn't know before all this was happening, or during the time this was happening. I was learning my strength.
Yeah.
Now I know my strength. I'm not in a fallacy that my husband is mine. And see, here's the thing. When you marry somebody, they still aren't yours. And I'm going to prove it to you. I'm going to prove it to you.
Okay.
Those papers don't mean that they belong to you. Because a man and a woman will give their bodies to whomever they want to in that moment.
You better say it.
So we tend to get caught up in these rings and these licenses, these marriage licenses and stuff, and they're still cheating.
Yeah. So
how can you believe that that is yours? You don't own it. You don't own that man's body 24/7, 365. Because when he gets a chance or she gets the chance to do what she feels that she wants to do, and it is not always because they're not being pleased at home.
Okay.
When you don't do the work on yourself, when you have not decided, and this is something that you make a decision to do, you make a decision to be monogamous.
I agree.
And then once you make the decision, you take all the elements of that decision and you use those tools when you are confronted with a situation that will cause you to cheat.
You better come up here and speak.
You know, and it also, from her appearance, it looks like it's an open marriage at this point.
Yeah, somebody else has said that within the comments.
I said it in the chat.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just something off. And I do feel like everything that you said as far as like, okay, I'm gonna put up with this, or I'm appear to put up with this, but I have a game plan in mind. And I like the part where you said about how she basically been doing her healing. In the process of him thinking he doing whatever, she been building up her strength. Mm-hmm. And when I do look at because that's not she has several posts to where it's very open, very long, and she always ends with her talking about her finding her strength. It's like she's opening. It's like she's been doing surgery on herself in a process of him doing whatever, and she's getting stronger, and he too blind, or doing his thing to even notice.
He's too focused on what he's getting out of. See, and here's a man that although he's attractive, he has a low self-esteem.
Okay.
Because he's gotten to the place where he's not really used to, and he can't handle the attention and the attraction. He doesn't know how to deal with the attraction.
Yeah, I heard somebody, I'm sorry, and that's another great point. I want you, of course, to expound on that, because that's something else that I heard. I forgot who I was listening to, and they were talking about how when they got into the pulpit or something, that they were young and they wasn't used to all the attention that they were getting, like from all the parishioners and stuff, and how they didn't know how to handle that.
Oh, baby, let me tell you about that.
Ooh, give us the tea.
And I was talking to somebody the other day, and I was telling them there is a particular point in a preacher's life or his experience, and that is every time you preach, after you finish preaching, that is a very vulnerable time, because that's when, especially when you are a successful preacher,
Mm-hmm.
That is when all those emotions, all that creative energy has to now be redirected. So if there is, in other words, the gates are down.
Okay.
So if someone comes with a seducing spirit, a lustful spirit, that can attract you because you're most vulnerable at that point. Now, the rest of that energy from that preachment and from that anointing has to go somewhere.
Okay, so they have to so basically that energy, they have to put it off somewhere, because other than that, just holding in leaves them more susceptible to, you know.
And it's the same way.
I'm not hearing Leo. Why am I not hearing Leo?
I'm here. Can you hear me now? So Glam, are y'all able to hear me?
Yeah,
I can hear you.
Okay, go ahead, Johnny Mac, sir.
It's the same way with.
Are you guys hearing Leo or?
Yeah, everybody's hearing Leo.
I'm only hearing you, Johnny Mac. Let me come out and come back.
Okay.
And come back in.
Most creative people, you'll notice, are highly sexual. And it's the same way with the preacher. Although we put him on a pedestal and hold him or try to hold him to a higher standard, number one, he's human. And in that call, preaching in a lot of ways is like a prelude or foreplay.
Okay.
For most of us who actually who love to preach. And so right after that, it is that is the point where we are most vulnerable.
Because and you know what, it's to bring something else up, because when it comes to Kirk Franklin, he had did an interview on and we're not talking about what's recently going on, even though that'd be a great future discussion, but he did an interview with the Breakfast Club a few years back, and he was talking about how it is the things that creative people just period, no matter what profession, genre, whatever, but how heavy the weight of a creative person, how heavy that can be for them. And also too, if they don't know how to handle the weight of that, what they may turn to.
It is not only is it heavy, but it is lonely.
Yeah.
And most people don't realize, you know, we often say heavy is the head that wears the crown. But that is the same analogy with people who are creative.
Yes. Yes.
Can I talk about that? With field of being creative, me, as you know, Mr. Johnny Mac, my husband's a comedian. I've been in the entertainment industry for 6 years. And there is nothing that does not help you. Nothing. But when I tell you the only thing that you own are those choices and those decisions, and I think society has become so soft when it comes to this is what I did and I'm gonna stand on that. This is what I said and I'm gonna stand on that. Instead, what we get is, oh my God, protect me. Oh my God, can somebody have a different perspective? No, this is what you said yes to. This is what you show up to. And that's just on that. Now, being in this industry, you get tested and you get tried all the time. But what are you gonna do about it? You either gonna fold or you're gonna do what's best for you and your family. I see people fold every day, but there's also a group of people that say, hell no, I'm not doing that. So I think it's at a point where people are just once again not being accountable. And that's the core issue. Nobody wants to be accountable. This isn't a Derrick thing. This is a projection thing. When I was in this situation, this is how I handled it. And that's all that's happening here. But anybody that's been in a relationship, I have been in a relationship with a man since I've been 14 years old, and he's still here. We've never dealt with infidelity or stupid shit. Why? Because we have choices and we have decisions. But you know what's interesting about society? Society don't want to hear from the healthy relationship. They want to hear from the toxic one. Why do you think that is? Because it reflects mine. It reflects mine. That's reason why I want to know about the single person that's the relationship guru, because I'm a single person that talks about relationships, although I don't have one. That's the question right there.
No, and not that. And sorry to cut y'all off, but I just want to say this: with Johnny Mac bringing up the whole creativity thing, and again, it's not to make excuses, like you say. We definitely all have choices, but I just want to say that as a creative person myself, it can be a very heavy weight. It can make it especially heavy when you are not fully operating in what it is. Your creativity is something different outside of everything that you love. That's like the same thing as far as like, and it may be a crazy example, but I say it like this: like an artist who can be in the studio for 48 hours straight, and they family sitting up there wondering like, well, how can you do that? You neglect me, but you not that person need that to breathe.
Right. And you have to. And speaking of that, Leo, truth be told, please check your email so I can dive into your creativity, please. Thank you.
Here's another thing that I wanted to bring up, because I hear we often talk about accountability. However, before we can be accountable, we have to be responsible. Responsible. If we take the responsibleness for ourselves, in other words, being able to respond correctly in those given situations, then we're able to be accountable. Right. Because we have behaved correctly. Instead of, most of the time, if we take a second thought or a breath during that moment, our decision will change. If we consider responsibility, being responsible is able to consider, to weigh the difference, to count up the cost. What would it gain me? Here it is. Let me sum it up like this. The momentary gratification is never, ever worth the long-term effect.
True. Very true.
And so most of us
bringing no raggedy behind people to follow me. I want to carry everybody. Just be dropping souls in you. You can walk around with a hoe. I don't want to be a hoe today. I just want to be me. Like, talk to me. Let me know. Me and my husband made that very clear early on in our marriage. Hey, if you ever feel like, hey, you feel me, I see somebody and they walk and I want to do dot. Talk to me so I could at least have the decision to say, I'm not going to stand for that. But that's my decision. You don't make a decision for me.
You can
because if you do, you never love me.
You want to be in a position to make an educated decision.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
And in relationship, one of the most important things from my perspective is communication. Communication is not always easy. It does not always make you feel good in the moment. But getting that understanding and coming to that, being on the same page is worth that uncomfortable feeling. Because being uncomfortable only lasts for a very short time. But working through being uncomfortable, you get an understanding of the person and they get an understanding of you. And this is something when my daughter got married, I expressed to them, I said, there's nothing more important in your relationship than your communication. Open, honest, and clear communication. It may hurt your feelings.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, there are times when it's going to hurt your feelings. However, if you're communicating openly, honestly, and effectively, you will never go wrong. You'll always be able to work it out. You'll always wind up on your feet.
Yeah, to me, it's always the best policy. And I think that's even with our regular interactions, not only in marriages.
Absolutely.
Just
I don't agree. Ooh, let me mute. Let me mute.
Star came here to choose violence. Go ahead.
And Miss Johnny Mac, me and Mr. Johnny Mac have had this conversation, and I have told him through being married for over 20-something years, when people ask me, girl, what is the secret? Because you and your husband act like I'm newlyweds. The secret is not communication. It's one of them, but the reality is, did I get what I want? Because if I didn't get what I want, I'm not going to talk to you anyway. If I didn't get what I want, I'm going to cheat. If I didn't get what I want, I'm going to build life around you. Because you're just there for the moment until I want arrives.
However, you can never get what you want if you don't communicate it. If I don't know what you want, I can't give it to you.
That's right.
There's no way whatsoever. I'm not a mind reader. I'm not a mind reader. Well, I would say in that case, I will agree with you. Communicate it, and then I'm definitely going to give you what you want. If I have to go and get a book, if I have to look it up online, get a YouTube how-to tutorial, yes, darling, you're going to get what you want.
All right,
because I'm gonna make sure if you are my choice, I want you to be happy from start to finish.
Yeah, and that's how it's supposed to be in relationships, period. But a lot of people are thinking, oh, maybe I need to lose weight, or maybe I need to this, or maybe I need to go get a penis pump. And I'm like, wait, slow your roll, wait a minute. Yeah. Do you even like this person? Forget the fact that y'all share the rent. Forget the fact that, he drive you to work or you drive. No, forget all that. Do you like this person? Because if you don't, you're going to have a problem. You're going to be one of those people that say, let's raise the child till it's 18. You go, I go, mine, I don't want to talk to you no more. Leave me alone.
Isn't it possible that it's going each other all the time? Like, ain't it an ebb and flow depending on the relationship? Because do you like people all the time?
Listen, Linda, let me tell you something. I laugh every day because I'm with who I want. If I was not with who I wanted, I'm telling you, I wouldn't even up and be the same person because I would still be
looking upset with him because you asked him to go and get you a Snickers and his ass came back with a Twix. You not even something little like that?
Oh, you talking about, is there times that we're mad at each other? Heck yeah.
Okay.
Heck yeah. Okay. But what we've realized from trial and error, is no argument should be bigger than the relationship. Because anything outside of the relationship actually does not affect our relationship until we bring it in. But we really look at our relationship and we're like, bro, we good? Yeah, we good. All right. So you just keep it on the outside.
Let me say this because I'm about to end this. What I want everybody to do is give like a 2-minute statement on just the final thoughts about this entire situation. We will begin with So Glam. So Glam, you got like a 2-minute statement you want to say as you're closing. Is So Glam still there?
She's muted.
So Glam, you gotta unmute yourself if you still there. Okay, we're gonna move on to Sue B. Honey. Sue B. Honey, if you're still there, you got a 2-minute statement.
The only thing I want to say, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear.
Okay. Only thing I want to say is he's trash. He's always been trash. But now I'm side eyeing. Now y'all got me side eyeing her because I really did feel bad for her. But now I'm kind of like in the middle. I don't know if it's a publicity stunt to sell, more books, or I'm like, what did your marriage contract? Because if he's cheating on you, then he breached the contract. Y'all signed the marriage license. So the contract that you had with your marriage, he's breached the contract. So what are you going to do? Are you going to renegotiate the terms and start all over? Or are you going to, when people break contracts, they sue. So are you going to go, are you going to divorce him? What are you going to do? But now, I was kind of just like, I felt bad for her initially. Now, not so much, because now I'm just it's gonna be a wait and see now.
Well, thank you, Sue B, honey. Rockstar Don, you got 2 minutes of a closing statement.
Let me put this in the app because I'm about to be real ghetto with this because I can't. Like I said, I have been calling that fraud out for years. My sisters, my queen have came for the queen. They was like, you lie. He love us. He wouldn't lie to us. I was like this. He lying. Okay, sis, he wake up a liar. That boy is a boy. He has not been through nothing. He's not married. Nobody could tell me no different because of the fact that I know how this goes. It's very obvious what he's doing and what she's doing. They're both trying to get that money. Unfortunately, they're trying to get that money from Black women. And sisters, I'm going to tell you right now, in case you didn't know, you are everybody's meal, baby. You feed everybody. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So it doesn't matter who it is. They want you to feed them, and they want to eat from you. So that being said, stop feeding these frauds. Start investing in pure souls.
Amen. Well, thank you so much, Queen, for joining us. I appreciate it. I will be looking for that email. I've been looking all week, and I want to find you.
I sent you that email. When I tell you I need it because I love what you do. We've already spoken, and I told you it's simply your time. So I want to definitely put everything that you do in a space where others can appreciate what you do as well.
I appreciate you so much, and we definitely will be connecting. I promise. Thank you so much, Queen, and have a great night.
You too. Good night, everyone.
So, Glam, are you still there, Queen? Because if you is, we can't hear you. Because I was trying to get your closing statement, but Johnny Max, sir, do you have a closing statement? Because I think So Glam done left us.
Okay, here's what I want to say to all of my people. We're in a day and a time where people are walking around with ears, but they can't hear, eyes, and they can't see. Listening is intellect, hearing is spirits. So often we allow people to tickle our ears rather than discerning what is actually happening. Pay attention to the red flags, because people have a tendency to extract from you and give you nothing in return. It's the biggest scam ever, or the most proficient scam. The hand is quicker than the eye. So don't let people tickle your ears with their vocabulary, with their oratorical vernacular.
Yes.
Be able, and if you can't discern, begin to go inside of yourself and pay attention to what you are feeling when you hear some of the things that people say, because there's always a trick. There was a video I listened to the other day of an individual on here, and in one breath, in the same sentence, they contradicted themselves 3 times.
Wow.
Now,
that happens a lot on here.
For me, that was amazing, because most people will only contradict themselves once in a sentence. But this individual, that's great skill. And then most people don't catch it because they're not hearing. They're not paying attention. They're not focused. And people with their conversations will deter you and get you out of focus if you're not planted. So you need to be planted, and you need to be able to guard the portals into your heart, which are your eyes and your ears. If they get it in your eyes and they get it in your ears, you're caught hook, line, and sinker.
That's an excellent point.
And on that note, I thank you for the invitation. I am honored. Keep up the good work, young lady. You are I'm telling you, and I sent you this. I made this comment a long time ago. You make me smile from my heart.
Johnny,
thank you so much for being you.
Thank you so much. Quick, listen, I'm from Detroit. I ain't got time for all that crying shit. But no, thank you, Johnny Mac, so much. I appreciate you. I love your wisdom, and I appreciate your support so much. And just know that you are definitely respected by me.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Have a great night, and
all right, you too.
Later. He look at him up here trying to make me cry and shit.
Well, you know, we hear so much, and we're attacked so much on so many fronts that we need to begin to on the scale. We need to make the scale more heavy on the side of authentic appreciation.
Yes.
And so I appreciate you so much. And I'll say this and then I'm going to go. Okay. You have blessed my life so many times that you didn't even realize. You have spoken answers to me that I have had questions to. So I'm a person that is reciprocal. So when you do it for me, I can't let you have one up on me.
Well, I appreciate it so much. I really do. And like I said, I can't wait to one day meet you in person, and also, you know, to be able to talk to you and stuff. I really appreciate your presence. I can feel it when it's around. It's very positive, and in the type of realm that we're in, even the real world or the YouTube streets, it's nice to just have genuineness, and also just that you need that spiritual boost. And I appreciate you. And like I said, I will always respect and love you for that. So
likewise.
Thank you, Max, sir.
You're welcome, darling. Have a good night.
You too. Look at as Douglas always messing with me, talking about something. Go ahead and cry. No, I'm not going to cry. I made it through the entire live without dropping one tear. That's bro. Hey. But thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys for this. This was an awesome conversation. Thank you for everybody that jumped up on the StreamYard. Thank you for all the super chats, all the cash apps. Thank y'all just for being here with me as I attempt to grow and try to bring y'all new content and stuff. I appreciate it so much. And Tweety said, my closing remarks, fast and pray when needing guidance. Amen. I don't know what happened to my boo, So Glam, but So Glam, thank you for coming up as well. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. Have an excellent night. I'll be back soon with another great topic we're going to talk about. And blessings, guys. Bye.